Hello. So I'm going to be talking about three different settings in the Dog's Day Chapter 8. Uh, Two of these were thought of a while ago. One of them was thought of moments ago. So the first setting that I need to add into Chapter 8, when I pick up where I left off, is the basement of the facility that the chapter is set at. That's the most important setting because that's where an important group to the story, especially the beginning of the story, runs its operations out of, and it's where the most significant events of chapter 8 happen. Um, so the basement of the facility is basically where Black Rain has been allowed, which is a cult, has been allowed to run their operations and keep themselves, keep their business side of things running, and keep their stuff going basically by Ryan Machiavelli, who's one of the owners of the facility. So since they run their stuff out of the basement, going there is dangerous. And all of the people who come to the same facility for clinical purposes know to avoid the basement at all costs. Um, the second setting, which is the second most important to the chapter, because it's basically a plot device, is that is the security camera room, which is where Jacqueline ends up and how she is able to see a lot of the different things that are going on around the facility. Like, there's foreshadowing because she sees some robots being constructed around the facility, which are robots that are going to be bad guys in later chapters. And then she sees a scene with Ryan and Thema over the security camera. And Ryan is aware of this, which is why he has Thema crush a skull, a robot skull that is the same kind Jacqueline has. And the final setting, this one I only thought of just now on this walk because it could be anything, is that is a robot surgical operation room, which is where Jacqueline meets Ryan for the first time, or at least where she follows him into for the first time. This was I only thought of this a few minutes ago, but I was thinking that Ryan might lead in by saying he was taking Jacqueline to his office and say it's right through here, and it ends up being a robot operation room. The reason that that's the kind of room that it is that I imagine if you were in this robot clinic facility, and you were walking down a corridor and you opened a random door, that's very likely one of the several things you might find. Robot surgical operation room. And I think that that little twist I just told about how he says it's his office and it's actually an operation room would be a good psychological shock onto the reader, which is something I try to aim for. But yeah, these are the three settings I'm going to be adding into Chapter 8.